Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Prop Wiz. I'm your host, the Wiz. Today, we'll be doing a box opening and review of this Batman. It's called Batman Hong Kong Skydive from the Dark Knight series. Of course, the box itself is unmistakable. This is a McFarlane Toys, part of his DC universe, multi-universe series. Anyways, man, we got tons of these. Me and my son been collecting action figures from the Dark Knight series for years, ever since since Batman Begins, man. And of course, there've been updated versions of those toys. And of course, with McFarlane getting the rights to these toys to do the DC stuff, man, it's been some cool stuff coming out of his camp. So I do got tons of figures, including the most recent McFarlane Dark Knight series, but I never had one that had the Bruce Wayne head sculpt, man. So this is real cool. Definitely looking forward to opening this one, man. Saw it on the shelf, had to get it. Anyways, the box itself, man, is simple. Of course, we got the window so we can see all the details of what's already in there before we open it, but we'll save the details for the box opening. The actual box, very, very simple, consistent with the McFarlane Toy stuff. Black, blue, DC multiverse. Again, Hong Kong Skydive, and we got a picture of Batman. He kind of always throws me off how he puts a picture. Sometimes a picture matches the figure, and of course that is the Dark Knight. But I don't know why they wouldn't put something that has to do with the skydive thing on the front or on the back. I'm sorry, but whatever, man. It's still dope little image. Obviously a digital image, but anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the box opening. All right, here we go. In the box opening room or section of the house. We here now, baby. We here, son. It's crazy cutting this stuff out, man, because sometimes I get a McFarlane figure and there's nothing holding it in except for the packaging, and sometimes you get these little wire things, man. I hate them. I've hated them since I was a kid. They haven't gotten any easier to open. You do have to cut them. I have been in a position where I've destroyed the figure or left some welt marks in the figure by just trying to pull it through that. But we learn, man. We get smart and we learn. Get all this stuff out first. Okay, it does come with a stand, which is cool. I love those. Look, we got the card showing what was on the back of the box art. Of course, I've already, I guess, complained. Not the biggest complaint, but did mention the fact that we got my boy without the cowl. In fact, there's no cowl in here at all. There's no head sculpt that has a cowl. So I thought it was weird that they used that photo with the cowl, but whatever, not the biggest deal. On the back, with the help of Lieutenant Jim Gordon, the district. Okay, we're just going over the scene where this came from when he was capturing a bad guy that had tried to escape fleeing to Hong Kong. And Batman went to Hong Kong to get this bad guy and bring him back to let him know you can't go nowhere to escape the Batman, the hands of justice by the Batman. But anyway, let's go over the accessories first. Man, we got the actual gun. We got this little plastic explosive thing. It has some numbers on it. It's a cool little plastic explosive kind of thing. I haven't quite seen that in a movie until Batman, where it was the plastic explosive. It did stick, but it came with its own little timer on it. How cool is that? And then we got the actual gun that shoots that thing. This thing is it's made out of kind of like a rubber. So it is kind of warped in shape and easily warpable. So I don't know, that makes it easier. On the surface, it feels like something I wouldn't like, but it does make it easier to get it in the hands of the figure because the figure can be a little bit more unforgiving in terms of flexibility, whereas in that will not be. So you'll be able to get it to where you want to get it. It does come with his little backpack thingamajiggy that actually had his wings packed up, nicely tucked in the back. And of course, we are going to put that on him. That's how it's going to be displayed. We definitely going to have that on there and possibly the gun. But anyway, the figure itself, that's what we're here for. Dude, the head sculpt, that's Christian Bale without a doubt. This is McFarlane, man. I will say, dude, I rarely hate on McFarlane. I love McFarlane figures, man. But one thing I will say, it is, in my opinion, hit or miss when it comes down to the head sculpts. I get some head sculpts that look like the characters. The most recent example would be the Michael Keaton. I don't think the Batman from the Flash 89 Batman and the actual 89 Batman that he released with the 89 Batmobile, I just don't think those look like Michael Keaton. But that right there, come on, man. That is Christian Bale. Not bad at all. Of course, Christian Bale got I think unique face, man. So maybe it's hard to get that mean mug wrong. But we got it, man. The costume itself, of course, is dope. I always felt like the Dark Knight trilogy, specifically those two movies when they had the overlapping armor or the separate armor pieces that they worked into the story, lent itself better to being toyetic, right? Like we can see this as a toy, man. Very, very unique design. It was weird. One of those things I think I had seen drawing or artwork on it didn't work for me, man. I thought it looked like some futuristic robotic kind of thing. But when you see it in the movie, dude, it's been awesome. It's definitely one of my favorite bat suits. Not my favorite, but definitely one of my, this one right here is definitely one of my favorites. So it's cool having this figure, and look at that, just that level of detail. Got the gold utility belt, a lot of detail on utility belt, all the separate armor. They've got everything hidden and overlapping to where it's actually hiding some of the joints, which is cool. Talking about joints, flexibility is dope. Yep, it's double jointed right there. So, yo, he's getting down, man. So you can get down in some poses with him. I think he was kneeling down when he shot that gun in the movie. So, man, real dope figure. I like it. Let's go ahead and put this thing on now. So, very, very simple. I guess I'm glad that they separated that. They might as well have put that bad boy on. Wasn't that hard to get on though. So that's dope, man. Yeah, man, dope little figure, yo. Boots, gloves, yeah. Like I said, man, it's very consistent with the Batman. But of course, man, I mean, they've been making these figures, not McFarlane per se, but I mean, toy companies been making this Dark Knight figure. Like I feel like I have a lot of these since my son has been born, or since this movie has come out, man. There's been tons and tons of these. So they probably, of course, they're going to get better and better at making this bad boy. But anyways, man, let's take it back upstairs for the final thoughts.
Okay, here we are. Final thoughts, man. The figure is dope. I will say, man, he has a toyetic. I think I kind of mentioned it when I was doing the box opening. I always felt like this costume lends itself to being toyetic. That can be both good and bad. The positive is that it almost looks, it's got this rubbery look in this tech, especially this one with the separated plates lends itself to where all the joints would be, the movement you would add the articulation at. So in that way, it lends itself to being toyetic. But at the same time, man, this is one of those things when you shrink it down, it looks like a toy. It looks like a toy almost when it's big, if that, I don't know if that makes sense. Not the worst thing in the world. I'm only saying that now, having this here in these lights and looking at it, yo, it looks detailed, but they're putting a lot of work into painting the grayish and the black. I don't know. Long story short, it looks real plasticky, you know what I'm saying? But it's made out of plastic, so I don't even know if that's a real life critique, yo. With that being said, man, I do love it. I do think it's accurate to the movie. I think it's real dope. I got a couple of these Batmans in my collection, so it's real cool to have this one with the Christian Bale head sculpt. I don't think I've had one. I'm sure there was figures before this that came out. If not McFarlane, another company, I'm sure. But still, it's cool to have this one in it, and I think the head sculpt, was definitely top notch, man. My favorite thing about this figure. But anyways, man, that's my thoughts. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section, please. What do you think about this? Do you collect these? What's up with Christian Bale? Are we even still buying these figures, man? It's been a good minute since The Dark Knight was released. Of course, that second movie, in my opinion, is probably one of the greatest movies of all time. Definitely well within the top 10 best comic book movies ever. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please take the time to hit the like button. Also, think about hitting that notify button as well. That way you get notified every time I drop a new video. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. As always, I love you guys to death, and I'll check you out next time. All right? Peace. I'm in a different state of mind when I face entwine. Not to mention my vision's fifth dimension like space and time. The basis of my rhyme is to elevate lives, to educate minds of those with closed eyes. I'm hoping to open them so I focus my rhymes, hoping my flows are soaking so your soul can survive. Yes, I guess I noticed at times you're hopeless as I, but I'm destined for greatness. So when the fake is inside, but their purpose is under the surface is urges to start the heart and spark what your worth is. Very important, like a parent to an orphan. The glasses to distorted visions of wizards recording, making sure my album's soaring. In stores Wiz, trying to get more airtime than Mike Jordan. So you think the clothes and the shoes that I'm sporting make the words that come out of my mouth less important?